Hello from me, Lazarus. Welcome to the next lesson in the course on creating a website from scratch, which is based on my second book, Creating a Website from Scratch. We are currently looking at the CSS chapters that are not included in the free version of the book. And we are on Chapter 10. New features and functionality in CSS3. Let's open the PDF file. We are currently looking at gradients and the last part of them. We start with a repeating circular or radial gradient, which is implemented with the function repeating radial gradient. Here is an example where we will use the same colors, similar values, like in example May 2, 29. Here's how it looks in the browser. Next is a conic or conical gradient. These gradients are similar to circular gradients, but they create a gradient circle that is rotated, wrapped, around a center point. We can specify where the center point should be and we can specify the angle of the gradient. The syntax of the conical gradient is similar to the syntax of the radial gradient, but the points of setting color stops are placed around the gradient arc, that is, around the circumference of the circle. And the values are only given in percentages or degrees. In the colon gradient, the colors appear to wrap around the center of the circle, starting at the top and moving clockwise. Again, we start with the simplest example with two colors. Here, by default, the center point is at 50% by 50%, and the beginning of the gradient is pointing up. Here is with these colors. Here it is with these, with three colors. In the second example, there is also determining the positions of the points of establishment. Here's how it will look here, I'll put it here. It's very beautiful. That's it. Then the other version is with a different location of the central point of the gradient. It's similar, except it changes its location by specifying the angle at which the start of the gradient is directed. We can specify the angle at which the start is directed, by preceding it with a keyword and the angle value. Here, see how beautiful it is, by making blocks in the shape of a circle. And the last one we're going to look at, this is a repeating conic gradient. It's implemented by the repeating coning gradient function. Here's an example, which we're going to show now. Let's open it in the browser for a moment. Here it is. It's beautiful, especially this one with the iridescent shades. And finally, we will say that there are special programs for creating gradients, gradient generators. And some of them have the ability to generate other CSS properties, not only gradients. You can type in the internet search engine New CSS gradient generators and choose one of the results, and try it out. Here are two of mine. Colorzilla, This is the gradient, which is on my site. The gradient was made with it. The second one is this generator. That's all for this tutorial. Best regards.